What's your name?
Stephanie Dole.
Is this your first cruise, or which number cruise is
This is number 3. I've done the last 3 ones.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm from San Francisco Bay Area, from San Mateo specifically, right near the airport.
My name is Karen. This is my second cruise, and I'm from West Sacramento, California.
David Balston. I am from the UK originally, but I moved to the US about 12 years ago, and I live up on the Oregon coast now. It's a long way from here, but a long way from the UK too. This is my 5th cruise, so I got assimilated this year.
My name is Anna Kelly. This is my second Star Trek cruise, and I'm from New York.
Hi, my name is Allie Ashmead, and I'm from Aurora, Colorado, and this is my second cruise.
Hi, my name is Veranda Nicholas. I'm from Bowie, Maryland. This is my second cruise.
I'm Olivia. I live in Baltimore, originally from Compton, California. This is cruise number 1.
Okay, so my name's Rebecca. I'm from Australia, and this is my 3rd cruise also.
I'm Ariel Vitale. This is cruise number 2 for me, and I live in Elkridge, Maryland, south of Baltimore, although originally from Los Angeles.
Hi, my name is Yesenia. Everybody calls me Yez. This is my second cruise, and I'm from LA, from Los Angeles.
My name is Vicki Payne, and I'm from the Columbus, Ohio area, and this is my 3rd cruise.
Hello, my name is Andrew. This is my second cruise. I was on 2 years ago, and I'm from San Francisco.
My name is Orrin Whitey Shaw. I'm from Maryland, and this is my first cruise.
Hey, hi, I'm Julian. This is my second Star Trek cruise, and I am from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
My name is Mariah Nicholas. I currently live in Harlem, New York, but I'm originally from Bowie, Maryland, and this is my very first Star Trek cruise.
Wow.
I was foolishness.
I don't know what was going on there for a second. Hi, everybody. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Sci-Fi Sistas Cruise, Star Trek The Cruise recap show. What's up, everybody? Hello, hello.
Hey.
Hey. Okay, so y'all, I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or something else, but that our intro sounded like a warped cassette tape for a minute.
I heard it fine.
Yeah, that was you. That was all you.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi is wonky. Hi, everybody. So it's really good to be here with you guys tonight. Thank you for joining us, and we for all of those, wow, words again. For all of those who were not on the cruise, we look forward to hopefully seeing you next time. Yeah, girl, we missed you.
I missed you. I was jonesing for the cruise.
Let me tell you, the cruise was jonesing for you.
Yeah, everybody asked for you.
Aw.
Yeah. Oh, hardcore. I mean, so yeah. So I don't know. We do a recap show of the cruise each year. We've done it now, 3 years in a row now? This is our 3rd year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's amazing. I know some of you all have been listening to us for a while, so you have a sense of what the cruise is like. But for those of you who might not have been on the cruise or listened to our previous shows or heard anybody talk about it, we give you a brief recap of what Star Trek The Cruise is. I'm actually wearing the shirt from it this year. See?
That was a good shirt.
Hey, nice shirt. A good shirt.
The shirt was good. This was a good shirt. Usually I don't even take the shirt with me.
I know. Finally, a color I like, and I wasn't there.
I know, right?
One of my favorite colors, yellow. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
I got this for you, Sabrina.
Oh, wow. The gate with the tiny violin.
You see what I'm dealing with here? You see what I'm dealing with?
My road dog wasn't there. I was upset.
She didn't have anybody to beat trounce at Uno because I'm usually the one that.
Oh yeah, I had
going on.
I had people at Trouts. Let me tell you.
She was not trouncing a lot of people. Let me tell you, she was not trouncing like she would normally trounce, and I can tell you why.
You know why?
Why?
Because her daughter was there trouncing everybody.
Trouncing everybody. She was slaying us. You hear me?
Oh my word!
Slaying us like dragons.
Like little girl.
Right.
Didn't
I'm
anyone
glad I
teach you to
wasn't there.
respect your elders? What is this?
Not at all.
Mm-mm.
Not at all.
Not with all the other times, yeah, but not when it came to Uno, right?
Not with Uno, because she was very respectful, but no.
Yep.
Now, if people don't know about the cruise, Uno is the game of the cruise. So, according to the Sci-Fi Sisters and the rest of the folks,
That's right. It is our
right.
game. We had I think that there were 4 separate Uno decks that people brought and made sure that we had an Uno deck at all times.
Yeah. I mean, me and Tamia actually carried Uno decks with us.
We sure
Karen
did.
brought the special one, the Star Trek Uno.
one, oh man, I missed everything.
But
Yeah.
but we refused to let her open it.
Right. Right.
You know,
right,
because
right.
I mean, like it's a collector's edition, Star Trek edition of Uno.
Yeah.
And there's just not that many of them around. And hers is pristine.
Yeah.
Pristine. It's never been played with, it's never been touched. And she's like, I'm gonna open it on the cruise. We're like, the hell you are.
Right.
You're gonna get midnight pizza grease all over it. What's wrong with you?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so the Star Trek the cruise. Who wants to explain it? I mean, it's pretty simple. But I figure I've been talking a lot. It's a cruise. It's all about Star Trek. It's completely immersive. Okay, somebody else can take it away.
It's a con on steroids for 7 days.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
You can't get away, even in your room. They trick out the whole ship.
Yeah.
And I have to admit that they really go through a lot, and I appreciate all the effort that everybody puts into it. The crew is all excited about it. I mean, I've been on 3 of them, so I can still speak.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And they get into it. Did they have the treasure hunt? Did they have the?
Yep.
One where
We
had to
thought
find
about you. We thought about you because none of us did it.
No,
I loved exactly. You know we didn't do it.
We're like, oh, Sabrina would have loved that.
They give you these clues. And everybody's running all around the ship trying to find Spock.
When they announced it, when JT announced it, I was like, oh, Sabrina would have loved that.
Yep. JT cruise director, y'all.
He's the best. He is the best cruise director.
Star Trek the cruise is run by EPC, which is what Epic Production. What does it stand for again?
Something like that.
I don't know. Anyway, it's EPC Cruises,
right?
And it's EPC
Is
Cruises.
the room Star Trek themes, or do you mean are the rooms Star Trek themed? Yes. No, they're not.
Nobody asked you to grammar, Velma.
They are not. And no, you're not being childish, because the minute you said it, I was like, they should be. But no, they're not.
But they have Star Trek on a lot of the channels on the TV.
Yes.
That's the extent in your rooms.
Thank you, Karen.
And Entertainment Cruise Productions. Thank you.
Was there a prize every day? Was there a present every day? A Star Trek present?
There was.
Yes, there was a Star Trek. They give you a Star Trek. Yes, they give you a Star Trek present on your bed.
Every
in
day.
your room every day.
Yeah.
And which is really cool.
The first one was the T-shirt.
Hey, yes.
Yes, and this year we actually got a color that we like, because usually the color is just some crazy ass.
Nobody looks
last
good
year.
in.
Like, what is this color? This is like the clearance color.
Black and white scale. Like they literally did a black and white scale shirt. Like somebody wanted a black and white photo of a shirt. It was gray and it was like 3 different shades of gray with some black and some white. It was the worst. I'm sorry, y'all, but it was the worst shirt. It would suck.
I don't think I've worn mine since then.
I didn't even take it with me.
I don't think
Oh,
I didn't
I,
either.
I think I
So
cut mine up. You know, it lives
Mhm.
as a house shirt,
Right.
but it's
Yeah, yeah,
certainly
yeah.
not making it out in public.
Look.
It was
Fugly.
fugly. Thank
Yeah,
you.
well,
Very fugly.
Hi, Muhammad.
Not a
Mohammed,
yes,
hey.
yes, JR. As we both know, the clearance color.
Yeah. Right. But the Trading Post store, they always have some really cool Star Trek shirt. Like I got my transporter chief shirt there last
Yeah.
year. Everybody wanted to know where I got the shirt. I was like, at the
Sure.
store.
Yeah.
So do
Right.
they
However,
have
the
So
any
line
cool
for
thing
that
this year?
was 3 miles long.
Yeah, the line for the Federation store outpost
Oh,
they need to do
For
something about
days.
that.
yeah, that's what I
People
was
yeah,
stood
thinking.
on that line for hours and missed so much stuff.
yeah, like
Mhm.
that
That was
store.
that was the only I think that was the only thumbs down I have
Yeah.
about the cruise.
Only
Yeah.
They
one.
The
have
only
such
Yeah.
one
cool
really,
stuff in there.
really. The
Well,
only
no,
Well,
I'm sorry. No, you're absolutely right.
it was
come on.
glaring.
Did you see Tamia's face though? She's like, really?
It was
I'm
glaring.
remiss. I am
Well,
so
you
sorry.
are remiss, and
I
we'll get
really
to
am.
that part, folks. We will
Woo!
get to that part because, like, the thing about this cruise is, like, it's really awesome. I mean, it's 98% awesome. You
Hmm.
know, it's
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
all Star Trek all the time. And you know, the best thing about I think about the cruise is that you can come on the cruise alone, you know, and leave with new best friends,
Oh yeah.
you know, and that you're literally staying in touch with forever, you know, and
Forever,
can't
ever.
wait to say forever, ever, forever, ever.
Ever.
Uh,
Yeah.
and can't wait to see each other each year. And then you know, you have other people that you know to meet at different conventions and stuff. And
Right.
so, you know, it's really like, and so like we said, like it's like a con on steroids, but it's cooler than a con.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
it's way more laid back, and you know, you've got 7 days, so it's not like you have to. Uh, sorry, JR.
She's right.
It's not like you have to try to cram everything all the time.
All the
And
time, JR.
shut up.
There's a video that we put out. I don't even know which show it is. But Samia has the best, like the whole thing. She's so frustrated about something I've said, and her whole thing is a meme. She's like, oh, she's like curmudgeon. I'm sorry, the tangent.
What
I'm
a
sorry.
stretch.
And it was all me.
I'm on a boat.
Oh my
Ooh,
God.
but that is not a boat. That is 14 decks, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
they
That's a
it
ship.
is a beautiful
ship.
ship.
Yeah, that
Big
is a
un.
ship.
It's a big one.
It's a big one. It really is.
Yeah, and
It
it's
really is.
always like the thing you want to see is always like at the other end of the ship, like the next event.
Not well, you know, we I think we planned everything very well.
Let me tell you, we are like
It worked
old
out
hats at
perfect.
this. Okay, so
Man.
go ahead, Fran.
No, I didn't have anything to say.
Oh,
I just
okay.
said it was a big one.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
That's
like,
it.
you know, they've got all this stuff okay. Oh, and just going back real quick, the reason why it's so cool also is that all the what makes it different from a regular convention is that the stars and the celebrities are a lot of them just walking around and enjoying a cruise, you know.
Right.
So you get to interact with people often in a more personable, meaningful way than waiting in line for a 5-minute moment with them to get the autograph signed
Mhm.
or to take a picture with them, which you know they're doing with thousands and thousands of people, you know. And a lot of them are just really sweet and actually remember people and da da da. You know, I mean, there are unwritten rules like you don't bother them if they're out eating. You
Yes,
know,
please don't do
leave them
that.
alone.
Yeah.
They get very few breaks, you know. But
Yeah.
when they're out and about, like on the pool deck and other things, you know, they let you know when and broadcast to people when they want to be talked to, and they're fine
Mhm.
with it, and that's really cool. And
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I agree. I agree. Yeah.
Some people like Todd get really happy on the cruise.
Fran, do you want to tell your Todd Stashwick story?
Okay, so my Todd Stashwick story, the sequel.
It started on the last cruise. Yes.
Yes, it definitely started on the last cruise.
I got in there and blah blah blah. And this time I was up on. They had a really nice one theme was a masquerade ball, and they turned the dining room, first and second floors, into this really pretty Fantasyland place. Whatever theme it is, they turn it into that. So I'm standing on the steps and I'm all excited and everything, and I'm taping. I mean, videoing and looking at people because it was really beautiful. It was just really balloons.
Yeah, it looked great.
Yeah,
and we looked great, might I say?
Yeah, we did.
I mean, we looked good. Like the three of us, we were fierce in our masquerade. And we all had our really cool masquerade masks. It was cool.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
I had a Section 31 badge. I was Section 31.
Me too.
Yes, it was.
Me too.
They were in black and white. And I'm like, oh, look at Section 31. They showed me their badges.
Hi, Rhonda.
So I'm standing there and I'm recording, from the top of the stairs that goes up to the second floor. And, I'm coming out by Diana Ross with some overlay over it, which I didn't like.
But we were dancing and having a good time because she had finally played another song that we could actually dance to.
Yeah. So I'm standing there, and I'm and I posted this video, by the way. And all of a sudden, here comes Todd for about 3 seconds. He photobombs my video. For like a second, I'm like,
I was like, who is this white man coming down these steps dancing all crazy?
Dancing all crazy.
Off the damn steps. And then I turned around and he's like in Fran's face, like, oh shit, it's Todd Stashwick. Oh, my God.
Todd Stashwick.
Again. That man is a master photo bomber.
He really is. He really is. Yes.
He looked like he was having a blast.
Oh, you have no idea, Tanya. Whoo, man.
So this is my head canon. He says, where's that woman named Fran Taylor? Let me go back.
Let me see if I can photo bomb her.
You find that Fran Taylor one more time.
Find her, one of them Sapphire sisters.
You need to tell Anson about this. I mean, first it was Anson, now
what Anson don't know won't hurt it.
Oh, stop.
All right, player. All right. Player.
Oh, wow.
I am scared of Fran.
Anson, if you're listening.
Oh,
and we know you are.
Also,
looks like Fran might have found another brother.
Oh man,
quick, fast, in a hurry. Wow.
They played the electric slide, y'all. Do y'all know there are people who don't know how to do the electric slide?
What in the world?
Yes. Okay. So I'm like, I'll get down there and I started.
Yeah, Fran taught the whole damn dance floor how to do the electric slide. We were like looking around, like, where's Fran? Where'd she go? Next year, I'm like,
it's electric.
She's down there teaching all these people how to do the electric slide.
Girl,
they electric slided their asses for 3 songs.
If they only knew what that song was actually talking about.
Each other because they knew how to do the electric slide.
Well, it's electric, all right.
It's electric. Song about y'all know that's a song about a vibrator. Listen to it. I want y'all to know that.
Just subtly.
I know. I was too busy laughing, Tanya, to get the video.
No, well, Fran's video is on I believe the Mothership, right, Fran?
Mm-hmm.
You
put,
yeah.
And if you're friends with me, it's on my
on the page, yeah.
On both the Mothership and on the page.
Yes.
But
so you just
have video of
you just have to keep watching.
How to do the electric slide.
The electric slide. No,
I do not have video of that.
No, there's no video at all.
Oh,
no. But they were real proud of themselves, and I was proud of them.
You were a great teacher.
You were, because they look good. Because when you said they didn't know how, I was like, you sure?
Yeah, but you know, if you look at certain people, they can mess you up.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
It's true.
looking up, not looking down.
Right there,
looking
right
up.
there.
This
And
is
you know,
that happened to me and Tawny last year. Try to do the wobble.
The wobble.
Man, I kept giving her the side eye. She kept giving me the side eye. I was like, do you know how to do this dance?
Oh my God.
She was like, maybe. It's like, all right.
Wobble, baby.
I'm done. I'm not doing this no more. Because everybody is like, wait, am I doing it wrong? Are you doing it wrong? So, no, we stopped. But that was
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Karen.
Karen. She's always
Not gonna
there.
leave me out there alone. Thank
That's
you,
right.
sis.
and I have another. There's also another video of all of us dancing too.
Oh yeah.
I had you on. Yeah, I have a. It's 3 minutes long.
Oh.
Oh well, I would like to see it. Wow.
You posted it.
Posted it?
Yeah, I posted it.
Did you tag me?
Karen is the first one, and she starts off the dance.
Did you tag me?
I didn't tag anyone.
Oh, what the hell, Fran?
That's a Sabrina move.
Am I in? Am I in the video?
Yeah.
Am I in the video?
Tag me.
Yes.
Why
And
did you not tag us?
Karen starts it off.
Why
We're on
didn't you
the
tag
floor.
us?
But she knows how to do the electric slide.
Well, no, we wasn't sliding. It was something else. It might have been Prince. I don't know. It was something, but we were all on the floor.
I'm like,
yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that.
we're gonna have to.
I'll go back
how
and
you
tag
put
y'all.
videos up of people.
I'll go back and I'll tag you, sister. But I know Karen, because Karen starts it off like doing something like this.
Karen would be good cutting it off.
And I forget the song, but it's a nice song.
Okay. So are we gonna talk about the we've talked around it. Are we gonna talk about the elephant in the room?
The elephant in the room. Yes. Okay.
Because we've
The
talked
elephant in the
around
room
it several
is a
times.
DJ.
Which one?
Woo!
The one that there's only one. What you mean? But both neither of them was great, but
At least
to
the
be
other
fair,
one,
okay.
he knew directions. He took directions.
directions.
Well. Yeah.
He took directions really well because at Tawny Newsome held a birthday party last year on the cruise, y'all, and she held a birthday party this year on the cruise as well. And as per usual, her party was the best party of the entire cruise, hands down. Period. And I'll tell you why. Why? Because she gave that DJ explicit instructions of what music not to play.
She sure did.
And therefore, that meant we danced our asses off the entire time because he played good music the whole time that you can dance to. And he had transitions and everything like a DJ is supposed to.
Yes.
The other DJ.
That's the elephant. Great.
Y'all, I don't have. Your mama said, like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. But
Karen's gonna say it.
But I have not been a music snob since. Okay, fine. I have been a music snob since high school. You're fine. You're right, Tanya. But
what not to play is extremely important.
This DJ wouldn't know a transition if it slapped her across the face and said, "This is how you transition from one song to the next." It was the worst. See, I wasn't gonna call her out, but she been called out.
It wasn't us. Whoa, this is terrible. Look at this.
Look, I know this. Bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, she played music that in no way was dance music.
None.
She took all she did the whole time was she would take regular songs that were good songs. And then she would lay this horrible Euro trash beat over them.
Yes.
And that was what she called DJing.
Yep. And it was
a
playlist.
Oh,
like
God.
so she didn't It was the same playlist. She just played the same playlist.
Every party,
Yeah.
every
Yeah,
night,
every party,
every
yeah.
party. The same music. Oh, yes. I'm
Oh
so sorry
man.
about that. See, that's the worst.
What
Backstreet
happened?
Did
Boys. Backstreet Boys.
Yeah,
Come
that
on
was
now.
not
What?
good. Not good. Not good.
did
What?
any
Not good
of
at all.
the stars do any DJing like the cruise before?
No.
No, but I
Evan was
wish they
on.
had.
Really
I
wish they would
heard
have.
that somebody was interested in it. Who
Hey,
was
Evan turned it out.
He did.
Yeah, Evan did a great job.
He did. And I was scared to be there. I'm like, he young. He turned it out.
He really did.
But
He played
it was
everything.
Yeah.
I think this cruise experience would have been so much better for me had the music been good, because we got so spoiled last year, and which was my first cruise. They
Yeah.
had DJ Storm, and
Oh.
DJ Storm is a pro. I mean,
Yeah.
she is so beast. That woman is just beast, and she's a huge Star Trek fan, and she's approachable, and she was out dancing. I mean, like when she wasn't working, she was out on the ship having fun with people and meeting people and going on excursions and blah blah blah. You know, like DJ Storm was absolutely the best. I wrote a dissertation. I did. I mean, like, if they didn't get it, if they invite this woman back, I swear to God, I might just take a hit and be like, I ain't coming. Y'all need to give me my money back. I didn't sign up for this. No, but
Nah,
last year I
so
danced my ass off, and this year I did not.
so DJ Storm was an anomaly, because they've always been bad. Their DJs suck. DJ Storm was the best we've ever had.
The first
Because
one was
Guess that's because we were on the West Coast. But
yeah, I guess that's what it was. But the one before her, we complained. The one before DJ Storm. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I think he was worse than DJ Lyra. Honestly, that's how he was bad.
He would just stop a song and play.
He just stopped the song.
You just stop. Yeah.
We was out there dancing,
She would do
and he
that.
just stopped the song.
She would do that. She did that in the middle of songs multiple
No, he
times.
did that every song. He
Oh,
would
wow.
make people leave the floor and then put on a totally different song that nobody came back on to dance to.
Wow.
Oh,
Well,
bad.
she cleared out the floor multiple times.
She really did. She
and
really
and
did.
you know, like, and then, like, I mean, she would play like a great song, and you'd just be getting to the hook, you know, and then she'd be like, and scoot on into something else. Yeah.
So we have somebody here that feels probably the same way we do. You guys want
Yes.
to talk to this guy?
Yeah, maybe we should. Maybe we should do this.
You don't have to, but like you asked me.
Randy.
What's up,
Hey,
Randy?
Welcome,
y'all.
Randy, our
It's so
brother
good
from
to see
Lambda
you.
Quadrant.
I'll lap your
Hi.
word, buddy.
I don't disagree at all. It was terrible.
There's another one.
It was and so the other thing also, hi, how y'all doing?
Hi, honey.
As you can tell, this is a dancing crowd here. on this cruise.
She had like in her playlist she would play like 8 bars of a song, and then it would switch to another song that was completely unrelated. And you were like, you're in the middle and you're like, oh, okay, now it feels weird because it's a different, and you didn't have time to get adjusted, and it would switch again. It was too much.
Right. Like there was no such thing as a groove. Like, what's a groove? I don't know what a groove is.
You had no idea. It was
Yeah, it was awful.
I didn't blame
Remember
Tawny
she
for having
was-
her own DJ the first night.
Remember she turned off Prince and put ABBA on?
Yeah.
Yes, y'all
yeah,
went
yeah.
from Prince
Prince
to ABBA.
ABBA.
No.
Yeah.
But she didn't play the whole Prince song. She
Are you
cut off
shitting
Prince
me?
I'm saying, like,
No, we're not.
awful.
That's what I'm saying. She said, "No, we're not." Y'all, talk to me, sis.
No, we're
You
not.
funny. Oh my
Whew.
God.
Yeah.
We made note of that.
Yeah.
We
So
made
I hope
lots of notes.
everybody that was on the cruise actually went ahead and mentioned that in their survey, because on the first cruise we went on, we had a terrible DJ and we made a fuss about him, and we got DJ Storm. So I don't, there was some some shiggity going on with not getting her back on. So I hopefully, they'll learn their lesson and get us somebody at least that, and somebody who wants to be there, somebody who is a Star Trek fan, because this chick had no clue.
And
No.
gets the crowd. Gets the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't
I
read
don't.
the room
What
once.
crowd? What crowd
Not
was she
once.
playing for, though? I can't even imagine a crowd
Her
that would
own
want that.
crowd
Like,
in
spastic,
her
like,
head.
Because she had
Playing
she
for the crowd in her
came
head.
with a plaplaylist. She didn't
Well,
play
that's what I'm
anything.
saying.
She
Like,
had,
it was awful. Who would want to listen to that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All right.
You can tell I'm verklempt. I mean,
You're
it
verklempt.
like she was so bad that it almost overshadowed the rest of my time on the cruise. Thank God for Tawny's party.
Yeah.
That was good. That was amazing.
Thank God for Uno games.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, and the other, the performer events were pretty cool too. Like
Yeah.
there was a lot. Like I got to see Anthony Rapp perform for the first time. I'd never seen him perform before, so it was wonderful and really touched my heart and beautiful. And we got to see some cool stuff. Okay, so I want to ask everybody, since we have Randy in here now too, that would go around and see what was your favorite moment on the cruise. Just take a moment and take a moment. It does not have to be PG, but
I was gonna say
no.
Sure.
Okay, Randy, you want to start? You got
Oh,
one?
you want me to start?
Yeah,
my
you start.
Nikki's here.
Hi, Nikki.
Sure, I'll start. So sad. We missed you too, Nikki. So my birthday was on the cruise during the cruise, and that day is when we were in Aruba, which was great. And then at the end of the night, we came back and we left before it was dark or whatever. But we came back, we were drinking, we were doing the whole thing, and very late at night, we were up in the buffet. Everything was closed except for that, I think. Still very, very inebriated, sitting Yvette with your lovely progeny, and overwalks Doug Jones and just sits down at the table with us and starts eating for my birthday. Not because of my birthday, he didn't know I was, but it was a wonderful birthday gift to be able to have a drunken late night dinner with Doug.
Oh
wow.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. So that and many others was my favorite. They eat not just the eating, the dining that we did. This cruise, I mean, I won't say that we were jaded by seeing the stars and everything. We were happy to see them, but I think we were more happy to see our friends.
Yeah.
And we made a pact last year. We all signed up and we all made sure we're eating at the same time. So we all had that same dinner schedule. So we usually do this 9 a.m. breakfast. Me and Sabrina started that 3 years ago. And it has morphed into this entourage type of thing. And because we're eating at the second meal, so we're all eating together also. So it has become this thing, whenever it comes to dining, there's at least 12 or 14 of us now.
Oh God.
Yeah, because and it's just, for breakfast, I think there's 10 of us. Maybe there'll be 12. But at dinner, it's usually about 14 of us, at least. Yeah. And it's even people, we walk in and people go at the end, like near the end, like, you guys are always together. We love seeing you guys come in here together, So that was my favorite part. And then, because especially with Randy's birthday was there, my daughter's birthday. Well, no, not Tawny's birthday. Denise, right? Was Denise's birthday?
Denise's birthday.
Denise's birthday, and
after we got back. Okay, and Chase had her birthday also. Yeah, same day. That's right. So it was a Pisces thing going on there. But we celebrated together by dining together, and I always say eating is like a love language. Every culture on earth says they love you by eating and dining and feeding each other, and that's what we did. We had
I thought I missed those. I missed those dinners. Even the last night, we all went to the Italian restaurant,
Oh, that was so
and
good.
that was
That was so much fun.
so much fun. It really was. It really was. So that was my favorite.
I love that. Fran T,
Yeah.
what about you?
Thank you.
This is a personal thing. My favorite is my niece and I brought my niece along with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my niece, let's see, how can I put this? Well, you all made her feel so comfortable and so welcome.
Hey, Kenyatta.
I mean,
Love her.
She's so awesome. She's
she
so
was.
awesome.
I mean, because she has a little social thing going on.
Mhm.
However, she
yeah.
had a ball. And I said, "Are you enjoying yourself?" She said, "Yes." She said, "I love your friends. They are so inclusive."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I said, "I'm so glad." I said, "But you know, I don't fuck with nobody that's assholes." So
That's right. That's right.
what I said.
Preach.
So I knew
There you go.
that they were.
And there's that.
But you said we didn't have to be
Fran
deep.
T, keeping it real.
That's it.
I told her that. I said I knew that they would welcome you, and I knew that you would have a good time. So
Oh yeah.
that was that was my overall thank you guys for
Oh.
doing that for her.
Aw.
She's the best. I mean, her Star Trek knowledge is on point, so she was cool.
It is.
You know,
It's not
and she was
coming-
just she's just so chill, and she was
Yeah.
so much fun.
She left
You
and
know,
she
to be around.
went off with y'all by herself without me and everything. And
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah. She was at Tawny's party, right?
Yeah, we were dancing and everything at Tawny's
So
party.
it was so
and
funny, right?
time.
So I peeped her at the, she was over at the bar, chilling, and I was like, let me go check out what's going on over here because I don't see Fran. So I said, let me come over here. I'm like, yeah, she was like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm good. I'm like, all right. 15 minutes. I was like, you still good? She was like, I'm good. I was like, all right. I'm gonna leave you alone for a little bit. But I kept checking on her though, because
she's not
Fran
coming
T wasn't around. So
thank you. She's not coming next year, but she's coming year after next.
good. We'll be there.
That was my favorite
Yeah.
overall. And thank you guys.
Oh, definitely.
That's so cool.
She part of the posse.
Yes,
I
That's
think my favorite. It's hard to choose. Like I had so much fun on this cruise and such a good time with people, but I think like my favorite overall just activity thing was Tawny's birthday party, Tawny Newsom's birthday party, because that's when folks were just cutting up. Like, I mean, it was just.
Do you want me to tell my story?
Randy has so many stories.
I mean, it was just a lot of fun. I mean, like it was. Oh, and also then my second favorite was going to the silent disco because I had never done a silent disco before. And Yvette was like, "Come on, let's go." And I was like, "This is going to be stupid." Like what the hell with the silent disco? Like I don't want to go.
You were really
and it was
missing
so
me,
much
huh, Yvette?
fun.
I was.
It was so much fun.
Wait.
Even though they were playing like again really weird music, like I was just like, I don't understand what's going on here and how you can play all of these different, but whatever. It was just fun.
But they had two channels. So whenever the one channel was crazy, you went to the other, and because when you see people like jumping, and I'm like, okay, so it's just.
So you go in there, you have headsets on.
Yeah.
Nobody hears the music except you're only hearing it in your headset. So
My
you're doing
favorite
your
is walking
own dance.
past those, and all you hear is like clunk, clunk, clunk. Like, there's no music. It's a clunk, clunk, clunk. It's like, what's going on in there? If you're not
Carolyn,
it's hilarious.
I was trying to explain the silent disco there to you. It's silent for everyone except the people wearing the headsets.
Right.
So if you're on the same channel with other people, you're all doing the same dance, but the other channel is doing a different dance.
Right?
Wait, you read this with Muhammad, his best outtake. And Muhammad, if I knew you were going to be awake this late, I would have had you come on the show.
No joke.
Because you're usually not up this late. It is late.
School out or something? What's going on?
Oh, I think it's a school. Is it break? Spring break, probably.
So for those
Oh,
of you
okay.
who don't know, Dr. Mohammed Noor is also a cast crew of the Star Trek cruise, and he's one of the science advisors along with Dr. Aaron McDonald, who's so dope.
There it is. There
I already knew because I was like, I wanted to invite him, but I was like, he's gonna be asleep.
He gonna be
So
asleep.
he does all sorts of cool panels during the cruise, and also lots of like a really fun science trivia, which I missed this year.
Oh,
Unfortunately, but
yeah,
I
yeah.
heard it was a lot easier than last year, because last year I was like,
It was a brain buster.
that was my look
last
the
year.
entire time.
Another meme.
One
From
right.
question
You know, to me,
one.
we were like, what?
I mean, that one.
Was this in a show? This isn't in a show. This is in Muhammad. This is in Muhammad's head.
It's Muhammad. Oh my
Remember
God.
Herman's head?
Aaron,
Remember that
Aaron
show? Everybody look at Herman's head.
What happened?
What?
Was that breakfast?
What now?
Say it
Remember
again,
that
friend.
show called Herman's Head? Anybody?
Oh,
remember
yeah,
that?
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
Herman's
yeah,
head.
yeah.
Yes.
I love that show. Herman's Head. That was last year. The question.
Like what?
People were
That's right.
ripping up the answer sheets last year with Muhammad.
Y'all shut up with these memes, all right?
But you know,
All right.
my
All right,
favorite
J.R.
performance
Poole.
was Spock's brain.
Oh my God, that
Oh,
was
that
so
was much
good.
fun.
That was a lot of fun. They did a
That was
really, really good
What
job.
they do,
Oh my
what they
God.
do,
boyfriend-
y'all,
my-
is
My
they do a.
boyfriend Todd was the star of the show, though.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have to
Anyway,
tell
another
Anson
one.
about
Fran,
this.
you're getting. I'm concerned about the sluttishness now. I'm really
If you're gonna
concerned.
be a slut, be a slut.
Wow.
Tabula ass.
And claim it.
Remember
right.
what Andy said,
Right.
you know, she was a slut when that meant something.
That meant something.
You know what? That's fair.
So what they
That's
do,
very
like
fair, yeah.
for those of y'all who haven't, it's they'll do a pick a script each year, and they'll have a whole bunch of the actors on stage, and one of the actors is directing, and they'll do a dramatic reading of the script. But it's dramatic, right? Like,
Yes.
it's
They
total
acted-
comedy. Every year, it's so funny, and Spock's brain was hilarious, and it was
was
directed
good.
by Nana Visitor.
Oh,
Who could not keep a straight face?
No, she could
Save
not.
a life.
Robert Picardo played Spock.
was so good.
He played it like a like this, like a
The whole time.
like, the whole time. He looked like one of the old stereotypical Frankenstein. Like,
Yes.
monsters.
Oh yeah.
Todd Stashwick was Captain Kirk.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
phenomenal.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, he was really
yeah,
good.
Will Wheaton was Bones. That's right.
Oh, he was so good. He made that. He definitely made it. He did a really good job.
He was Bones, wasn't
Yeah, he was.
big.
He did a
taped
great
it?
job.
They, need
They
to-
never tape him.
No,
I
you have
looked
to
at
be
it.
there.
I
Be
looked at it. I said, I
They
gotta
never tape because the one thing I wish they would have taped that I missed, and they had two performances and I missed both of them,
Oh no.
was the Crusher Family Hour.
Oh, I missed that too.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
Did you see that, Randy?
I saw
You
both.
it?
Yeah.
You saw
I
both
saw
of
both
them?
of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were so good. So good. I was so glad that people got to see Gates being funny.
Yeah.
People don't get to see that a lot, and she's hilarious. And so it was really great for people to see that. It was so much fun. It was
Can you explain exactly what went on?
It was improv, so they had like a shell of what they were going to do, and then the whole thing was just improv from there.
Bye, Muhammad. Sorry. Bye, Muhammad.
Oh, bye.
Night, night.
So it was basically like a family therapy session gone crazy, right? They like at one point Will like hypnotized them to be different animals and stuff, and like they were hypo spraying each other and falling off the couches. It was hilarious.
Oh man.
Well, Nikki, yes, I did get to meet Gates for the first time, but it wasn't what you think it was. Basically,
sorry.
Basically, I went to take the picture. Yeah, there you go. That was it.
Oh no.
She was okay, y'all. Gates, if you don't know, like Gates McFadden is Yvette's biggest Star Trek crush. Okay, one of
Oh.
her. I mean, like
No, she is my Star Trek crush.
Mhm.
Definitely.
She is, and like so, like like that's the thing I thought was really cool. Like we all like we've been doing this for a little while. We get to talk to people. It never gets old, right?
Right.
Like you don't
Never.
ever stop fangirling,
Right.
and but when she got to when Yvette and I went and took that picture together, and I'm just going to tell this, Yvette, don't get mad at me, but my baby girl was shaking.
I
She
was.
was so nervous. She was shaking.
I
And I
really
was
was,
like,
yeah.
it's okay. And she's right there next to Gates. And I was like, yay.
And she like I was just like I couldn't move. Like I've never felt that way, It was weird. And I was like, just don't fuck this up. Just don't fuck this up. Just don't fuck this up. I was like, listen, you from the Bronx, you gotta act cool. Don't do it. Man, if there wasn't a lot of people there, I would have just fell out. But it was nice. She was very nice. She was, she put her hand there. She was like, "It's all right." She even said it. Like she said, "It's okay. It's okay."
See?
And then little guy. What's the little guy's name?
Ed.
Ed.
Little
Ed. Well, he's shorter than me, I think, right? So, but he was so sweet. He was like, he put his hand like on my back. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Okay, I'm cool. So I even kept my eyes open. So unfortunately, we couldn't take it again. But
Okay.
but this fool right here, Mr. Randall, can you tell him what you did?
Oh my God, it was so good.
Oh my gosh. So I made t-shirts that said Crusher Family Reunion Disneyland Mars 2042, which is the year after they all get back and get together. So I figured the next year they'd have a family reunion. And I had mine on, and each of them were labeled Space Mom for Gates and Space Son for Will and all of them. And I was Space Love Child because I was the secret love child of her and Ronan. So I also had the candle from Sub Rosa, and it said Dad on it.
Dad. So good. It was so
And I went up, I was
good.
like, Mom, I made it to the reunion. And Will was like, how many kids do you have?
He was very upset by that. I mean, his face turned red. he was not happy. Will Wheaton played that. I mean, he was like, how many damn kids do you have?
It was so good.
Oh my God.
It was so good. It was so classic. And they all played into it. It was so classic. Everybody was clapping at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I blacked out because I was so worried about I didn't want people to get mad at me for taking so long in the line because it was going fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, I need this 15 seconds, please. Luckily, it worked out.
It was so good. That was really good.
Star Trek watch party. That's right. You guys love Sub Rosa as well.
It's high art.
All right. I mean, you know how I felt. You know how I feel about that. And I mean, they have actually made me look at it a different way because. Woo.
You have to act that one out. I wonder how I would be able to act that one on the cruise.
Oh boy! Oh,
that would be interesting.
I want to be in it. I want to be Ronan.
I would make sure I got there for that one.
Okay, so I have another question.
Yep.
Okay, so we did your favorite favorite thing. What was the most touching moment on the cruise for you? Yeah, think about it.
Oh, that's easy.
I'm gonna start. I'll start.
that's
Okay.
easy.
I tell you the most touching moment for me, and it was just because it came out of the blue. There were a lot of touching moments and a lot of moments with friends and new friends that I'm not going to be able to replicate and that I'll always hold dear. Like, I mean, we had, okay, damn, it's two things.
Okay.
Okay. So one, thanks to Yesenia. Hi, Yesenia. There was we had a first of its kind meetup of POC meetup of Star Trek fans. And it was awesome. And there were so many different types of people there. We met in the cafe and, we were from all different backgrounds and it's so cool. And so we're going to make sure that we do that again and try to do a more formalized meet up next year, and we're going to start a little Facebook group so we can all communicate. And so we made some friends and new friends that we didn't know on the cruise. So that was one that meant a lot to me, and I was really happy that I went. And I can't thank you enough, Yes, for hooking that up. And then yeah, we are gonna do it, baby. And then the next one was when speaking of getting to see our stars out, our captain this year on this cruise was none other than Sonequa Martin Green, who, as many of you
Yay.
know, is the reason why Sci-Fi Sisters exist. And we've interviewed her on the show, but have never met her. I have never met her in person. And it was outside of Tawny Newsom's party, and I ran into her and her husband, Kenrick, and there were some other people that she was talking to, and I waited to say hello, and I said, "Hi, I don't know if you remember me, but I'm Tamia from the Sci-Fi Sisters." She was like, "Come here!" And she just gave me and wrapped me up in this huge hug, and she like rocked me back and forth, and she's like, "Oh my God." She's like, "I think about you guys all the time." She's like, "How are you?" Yeah, you see what it's Sabrina. I know, right?
It was crazy.
Dude, what? And she's like, "How are you? It's so good to see you." And and like she let me stand there and talk to her for like 15 minutes, and then she hugged me again, and she was just like, "Oh, I love you guys so much." I mean, it was just, and I went back into Tawny's party, and then I started just bawling.
Yep.
I was just
Yeah.
bawling. Like I was so overwhelmed. And that was, I mean, it just made me feel so good. And I didn't even realize that it was going to have that type of impact on me. I just couldn't even hold it back. So that was my moment.
Oh, sure it was.
Yeah. You had some other moments too.
It's always on the cruise.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Randy?
I've had some really good moments.
That's so tough. I think wow. I don't know what y'all talked about before, but we lost Ken while we were on the cruise, and they put together that big rave for him, and that that moment with all the people on stage and Mary up there like running the show and like doing the whole big like scream to Stover for him, whatever. It was really nice to see. Like I don't always trust that they're going to be able to pull something like that together in a good way, and it actually was really good. So I have to give them props for that. But it was such a great thing, just because we were all there together and all of the stuff that was going on. It was really great. It was really, really great to just like, throw it out into the universe and do the whole thing. And then also I'm going to add a second one too, but just hanging out with y'all and having y'all welcome us and be so wonderful and lovely and hilarious. It was great. It was really, really good.
Well, you're a part of us now, so we're gonna do some really great things together. Yeah, so we're gonna have. Just look out for in the future, very soon. The Sci-Fi Sisters and Lambda Quadrant. We'll be doing some things together.
Yay.
I doubt if it'll be serious things, but we're no.
We do serious stuff sometimes.
No. Only I'm just joking. We're gonna do some really, really good stuff together coming up. So look out for that.
We're very excited.
Yeah, Fran.
I went to the Rob Perlman sponsored one of the LGBT.
Oh yeah.
The meetup thing, and I go up there and I'm sitting there and I stayed up there for I guess about maybe a half hour. So it was this couple, well, a man and a woman that was sitting against the wall over there, and I asked for somebody and they said no. So I'm sitting there and Rob comes over and says hi, and I say hi, how you doing, and this is nice and thanks for doing this and blah blah blah. So the guy that was sitting there, he comes and he sits in the chair next to me. And he says, "You're Fran, aren't you? Aren't you Fran?" I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, "Yes." He said, "Oh, I love your show. I love the Sci-Fi Sisters." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." Because it didn't sink in at first. He knew who I was. Believe it or not. Because and he said, "I love your show. I listen to you all the time." And I'm like, thank you. So it's like, even though it took a moment for it to sink in. You never know who knows you, who sees you, who you know, because he just sat next to me and just said, "You're a friend, aren't you?" That was so touching to me because it took a moment to sink in that he really knew who I and why he knew who I was. I know, but it did. So
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I think we all remember the first time that happened.
You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and
Like,
I can't remember his name, but he was like just. And I said, thank you so much. But I had a nice time. I was, up there by myself. Well, not by myself, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I was looking for actually looking not for Todd, not for Anson. I was actually looking for another sister. Not a sci-fi sister, but
No.
another sister. And there wasn't one in there. So I just sat there and smiled.
Yeah, that's another thing we need to work on. Get some more diversity in the LGBTQ community also.
Yes, on this cruise. Yes.
Yeah. There needs that needs to be diversified also, because that's there's a lot of people out there who don't have they want to go out and do meetups, but when they go to a meetup, they don't see anybody that looks like them. It's difficult, especially maybe if you haven't, if you're really not coming out yet, or you're looking for someone just to talk to, or so we need to work on that too. That needs to be worked on.
But that really that was touching, and it made up
That's
for
awesome.
the other sister not being there.
Yvette, what about yours? What was your touching moment?
I had tons of touching
many,
moments.
right?
Yeah, I have tons, and most of them revolved around my oldest daughter coming with me to this cruise, because she has become a huge Star Trek fan. And it's touching because, she never really cared. She was busy. Growing up, she was an athlete. She was, in everything, and watching. She didn't really watch TV. And then as she got older, she got into it, and now she's like full on. And the touching part was her meeting these stars that she only sees on TV for the first time. And I remember so I wish I had that experience when I first started watching Star Trek. Because when she saw Denise Crosby,
oh my God,
on
out at the pool deck, right?
Pool
Or
deck.
was it a different time?
No, this was, so I think did they meet before? No, it was the pool deck, right? So Denise is out there, and she was like, that's Tasha, and she she loves Tasha, and of course she texts me and goes, I love this Tasha girl, and I'm going, yeah, I get it. 5 days later,
what the?
So yeah, so
that Jet Z is amazing.
hasn't gotten there yet. we did not spoil that, which I'm very proud of our group. We did not spoil that the whole time.
Put it down anytime it came around.
But the only time, she knows something, because she was like, "Who's this other Dax you guys are talking about?" She goes, "Why is there another Dax?" I was like, "What are you saying, child?" I was like, "Don't worry about it. Just don't worry.
You'll get there."
Oh my gosh. Love you too, Scott.
Yes, Scott.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do, buddy.
But
I'm sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
That was it. It was just because everybody that was we were all out on the pool deck, and it was a ton of us. It wasn't even people that we knew, but they were watching her, trying to decide whether or not she was gonna go. Like she's like, should I go? She stood up, she sat down, she sat back. And I was like, well, she's out here.
It was a whole
thing. So she was, and I was like, well, she's out here. Obviously, she knows people are gonna come say hello. So she goes, I said, well, you better go before she leaves. And then somebody came over and talked to her, and she was like, oh. So she gets up, she's putting on her clothes. It looked like the Three Stooges. She was
hilarious. We're like, why are you putting on your clothes? You were at the pool. And she's like, I don't know. I just have to. And then she was falling over like, just go.
So she goes and she, of course, you know, just like every kid, that's my mom.
And then Denise goes, Yvette?
Right. I was like, hi. Next thing I know, they're hugging. And I'm like, everybody on the whole row is just cracking up. When she comes back, she's like,
She almost fell out of her chair when Doug came to sit with her. She was like,
that poor kid, she needed a blood pressure medicine by the time she was done with us. Because I mean, the people just kept coming, and she was not ready for it. She just was not ready for it. When Doug sat down, when we did with Randy's birthday, we all sitting up at this high top table, and it was one of those things we're sitting eating. I think we're still drinking, and people just come. There's an open seat. Somebody sits. And they decide, I think it was you, Anna, and Ayana May, right?
Yeah, no, May, yeah. Because y'all's table was full, so we sat right next to it at one of the other tables.
So they sat right next to it. Next thing we know, here comes Doug.
Right?
He goes, he waves, he says hello to the Sci-Fi Sisters, and he goes, he sits down. And Ayana May is like this. She's losing her shit. And I'm going like this. Keep it together, girl. Keep it together. Keep it together. And me and Tony are dying, right? Shout out to Tony. Shout out to Tony. Tony.
My niece said, Kenyatta said, y'all know so many people. Like you know, it's like just regular, just stars. You say hi to them. Y'all know so many people.
Yeah, it was nice.
They know us more than we know them.
Yeah, right.
I got one more star story.
Go ahead.
That was also a special moment. And that was when, like, it was sitting talking to Rob Perlman. Like, we ran into Rob out on the promenade, and which was really cool. Rob Perlman, he's so nice. Like, I mean, he's just the sweetest human being on the face of the earth. And he's like my check-in buddy.
Yes, he's like our big brother. Because he's always checking in to make sure. Like, it'll be months, and all of a sudden you get this text. And it's like, just checking in. You guys good?
Yep.
I'm like, yep, we're good. How about you?
And on the cruise, it's like we could be like each other's like was sort of like a mental health check-in buddy, right? Like if it's because he works on the cruise too, so he's working all day, you know, and it's
like him and Muhammad too,
he and Muhammad and Aaron McDonald, like they're working all the time. It like. And sometimes, like, it's just nice to have a friendly face in the crowd that you know that you could just connect eyes with and just ground yourself and be like, okay. And then go back to it, you know. But also, like, sometimes, you know, it's just nice to have a friend. And so we hadn't seen each other a lot, like, on the cruise because he had been so busy working. And we ran into each other on the promenade, and we're like tucked away, like in a little corner behind these. There's a spiral staircase that leads up to this overlook on the promenade where they set up the DJ booth and stuff a lot. And like, so I'm like tucked in. We're in the corner. Out of off the main drag, like you have to like look first, and like we're just talking, and I'm like, and all of a sudden somebody comes walking over to us and like honing in on. I'm like, who is this coming over? And hones in right on me, and it's David Ajala.
Yep.
And I was like, holy shit! And he was like, "Sister, hey!" And I was like, "Ah!" And he gives me this big hug, and he's another hugger. Like,
he's a hugger.
Great hugs, you know. And he rocks back, and we're sitting there talking for like another 20 minutes or so. And I don't know if you guys listened to our show, our season opener, our interview with David Ajala. We all made a pact. Me and David Ajala and Sabrina all made pacts that we would do certain things. David said that he would set up his drums and start playing on the drums. I said I would write. Sabrina's supposed to get in the piano, right? Right. So that was a while ago when we recorded that because there was a writer's strike in between, right? And David and I checked in with each other. So his drums, he has space made for his drums.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't written a damn thing.
My piano is out. My piano is out, and I have learned a little bit of a song.
Thank you.
I saw
That's
David.
good. So, but wait, I'm not done. Hold on. There's more. So we re-upped. We pinky swore on it. I pinky swore with David Ajala.
Oh,
in 6 months' time, we're checking back in to see our progress.
Yep.
And Rob was my witness.
Uh-oh.
Rob
was my name mentioned in this too? It was just you two.
This was just
started, so you're good.
You're already there. You're already part of it.
You're already doing it.
Okay, I guess it's you too.
Yeah, so that's you too. So 6 months' time, we're checking back in. And he can't wait to go. Well, or the next time he's on the show, which he brought up.
Yeah, because he said this is just part 1, so we already know he's coming back. So
right,
yeah.
So that was another real sweet. Go ahead.
I saw him at the airport leaving. I saw him. He was going. He was walking. He had a suitcase and he was walking. I'm like, David. He was like, oh.
It's another thing that we're just finding out now.
I know, right? Fran, it's like I'm not even your sister anymore. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, how? It's like months later, and then you're just telling me about this stuff. Do you not care about me? She doesn't
You have to be at the recap to find out this stuff.
Right. Come to the recap, find out what happened.
I wasn't on it, so I understand. But wait now.
Hold up now.
That's such a cool story.
It really is.
Doug was on my flight.
Right, Doug was on your flight, right?
He was on my flight, yeah. He was in first class and I was back in steerage.
Oh, cool.
But I walked past him on the way to my bucket in the back, and I was like, hey.
Well, I saw him in the southwest area of the Orlando airport.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I saw him there.
My flight was late, and he was on that late flight back. I can't remember what time, at like 8 o'clock at night or something.
Wow.
Because I had time to go to Kennedy and everything, so it was a late flight.
Y'all know another big hit on the show? On the cruise this year? Who was
What?
Eugene Cordero.
Oh my God.
Rutherford was in the house.
He was so cool.
Eugene.
So
Eugene is dope as hell.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He is so dope. He kept coming back to hang out with us on the promenade. He was like, see, I like it. You are there. That's your place. And he would just keep coming back.
That's
He
my
was good.
favorite thing in the
so much
cruise.
fun.
The promenade hangout
Oh,
after
yes.
dark.
He is very sassy. Yes, he is.
We danced
Very
at Tawny's
sassy.
birthday party. It was hilarious.
Ooh, so I wish. So I really there are so many videos I have of this cruise, and not just this year, but I have so many really good videos that I want to share. But then I'm thinking, I really shouldn't share these. So I've shared a lot of so they had a big rave for Ken 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that was awesome. And I have some great videos for that. And I actually showed it to all of the stars who are in it. I showed it to them. I shared that with some of them. So because I didn't think that was a personal night, but we just got to be there. And so I didn't think, but they're really great. And this year the rave was good.
Love you too, Nikki. Sorry.
Bye,
Sorry.
Nikki.
Bye.
Yay.
So we this year it was good, but it was good. And the yelling, the Klingon send off was great, but it wasn't. I think I don't know what it was. It was a lot, and I don't know if that was one of my favorite things. I think what favorite was afterwards when we all kind of we just did it, just did our own thing. And the night before when we found out. I came down to the promenade. I was ready to hang out. Yeah. I was like, "Let's go!" And Randy's standing there like,
because we went down together. We're like, "All right, let's get this stuff." And
Right. It was
What's the
like
matter?
Randy's standing there, and I'm like, something's not right. And I was like, this goddamn cruise. Last year we found out about Disco ending, and we actually all just went and sat in a corner.
Yeah.
And I mean a literal corner.
Yep.
And just kind of just, we had to get it together. And this time I'm glad I found out from Randy, and me and Sabrina had met Ken on the previous cruise, 2 cruises ago. And his family that helps him, his guys. And we always checked in. Like, he was another one who checked in with us during, not in, and only, on Instagram. He would check in with the Sci-Fi Sisters, and I'm like, I know he's got other things going on.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm glad it was Randy who told me, because
I didn't want you to find out from a freaking tweet,
Yeah,
like,
I really, and I'm
oh,
so
God.
glad I did not find out from a tweet. And then Doug came down also. Doug was down with all of us. It was, and then we were all together. I took it a lot harder than I thought I was, and it was, yeah, we all did, I think. And I think because we had each other, it was pretty cool.
I actually talked to Saniko about that. I caught her outside the elevator, and I was telling her about that and everything. And then last year with Disco, and like how no one was on, she was like, "Oh my God, it's great. It's nuts."
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So that was. It was a lot.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
it, again, like the community was able to be together and and help get each other through a hard time, and then be able, like, mourn, and then be able to celebrate him. Which I think was awesome. So go ahead.
I was at a cookout in New York. They had a cookout in New York when I found out about Miss Nichols.
Yeah.
And I was at a Star Trek. They had it in Central Park, and I saw it on my phone. And we didn't at first. We was like, well, maybe it's a hoax, and but I was so glad that I was there with those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I was devastated. So it was glad that I had my Star Trek family around me at that time. So I it's the luck of the draw, for lack of a better word.
That's true. That's true.
I'm gonna brighten it up just a moment, lighten it up and switch gears, because of one of the other best things that ever happened on this cruise, and that I ever saw in my life, was Tawny Newsome and Eugene Cordero doing improv together.
It was so good.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean,
so brilliant.
You talk about genius. We've talked about Tawny's comic genius. But when you put her with Eugene, it's a whole nother level.
The way those two work off of each other. I mean, like, I just wish my brain could be so sharp.
Yeah.
I mean, so fast, so quick, so sharp. She's amazing. I think that, like, we're gonna be talking about her comic genius in the future. Like, I hope that she has a long career.
Be bugging.
Computer be bugging.
Oh my God.
That was
The food scientist and sailor. That was crazy.
Wasn't it crazy?
That was crazy.
Man, his dad disappeared. He didn't know where he was. It
was insane. So we've talked about a lot, and we have some other stuff we'd like to give you. So one of the great things this year was that the Sci-Fi Sisters and Lambda Quadrant got to do meetups. Me and Randy decided we actually missed the launch party just to make sure we got these.
Thank God.
Thank goodness, because they were already filling up as we got there. Yeah. So the one great, so 2 great things happened. We had a meetup, and people came. I think for our meetup, our meetup did. Michelle Hurd showed up, right? For that one.
Was that the
I think that was the meetup. The first one, I think. Yeah, the meetup. Yeah. And then the last day we had, we did interviews with regular passengers, people that we know, people that we didn't know. We asked people if they wanted to do interviews and tell us what was an impactful moment that they had on the ship. So we had them, and then a surprise guest came on too. So I'm gonna cue that up
Yay!
and let you guys see it.
Yay! I can feel like I was there.
You were. You were.
You were.
Yay.
Okay. All right.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. On your show.
Yeah.
Oh, well, just ask me.
What has been the most impactful moment for you on this cruise?
Well, I have to say the way everyone came together when we lost Kenneth Mitchell. I think that the love that was felt on board, it was so special. I mean, there was a lot of good, I mean, we've already lost Francis, which was, but I think losing Kenneth, I just think everyone really came together. It was so, just the love that was felt on board. I think the empathy, the community, you could really feel it's a Trek family anyway, but I just think it's a tribe, right?
Yeah.
That's why I keep coming back all the way from Australia year after year, because let's face it, it's a hell of a flight.
Yeah.
So, but I just think it really emphasised what a community we are, what a family we are. So I just think, yeah, when we lost Ken, I just think we all came together so much. So I think that really emphasised what a community Trek is. So, yeah, I just think that was the moment. Yeah.
Perfect. The most impactful moment for me of the cruise was probably today. It was at the end of the Discovery panel, which I snuck in too late because I was in line for something. But just them talking about Ken and how they clearly saw or see themselves as a family, and that loss just really got to me. And that compounded with the fact that it's Discovery's last season coming up, just made me sob. I just started sobbing in the theater uncontrollably, and I didn't anticipate that, but it made me very sad that it's ending. And say what you will, if it wasn't for Discovery, we wouldn't have all these other shows that we have now. So it really, really affected me, and just the floodgates opened. So that was the most impactful thing for me this cruise so far.
The most impactful moment on this cruise actually started for me last cruise when they announced everyone who's going to be coming, and I saw the amount of diversity that was coming. And then now being on this cruise, I already feel like this one is so much more diverse than last year's. Just even the amount of people who came, I see a different group. Younger people, more people of color, more queer people, and I feel like that the cast that's here really is a part of that, and that really blew my mind, and I started crying a bunch about it because I got really emotional.
The most impactful moment for me is being around so many people who are like-minded. One reason why I wanted to be on this cruise is that so many of the stars were brown and black, and it's so great to see us in the future being brave and strong, and all the stars have been wonderful, friendly. It's been a good community.
What has been most impactful is being together again with old friends, new friends, and just being in this environment, particularly on a Discovery focused cruise.
It's on this particular cruise, I think, seeing Sonequa, I mean, to me, she epitomizes the grace and the decision making of what a captain should be, and I would work for her any day. And to see her in real life and to have her blocking my way on my corridor, I wouldn't want to be blocked by anybody nicer. She was so good about it. She's such a lovely person.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Most impactful for me is learning the science behind it and going to those cool science talks. Also, the shows are awesome, and getting to know the people behind the characters, including just encountering them in the elevator and finding out how beautifully real they are, or seeing them on the stage singing and doing whatever else they do. So just a beautiful group of people to be with, a beautiful cruise. You have something in common with everybody on the boat.
I believe I was very happy to hear that LeVar Burton is taking Uhura, or Nichelle Nichols' place at NASA in recruiting minorities and women to the space program. So I really appreciated hearing that. So.
All right. Okay.
Well, as a biracial person, seeing and interacting with more people of color than I did before, it's just really reminded me that growing up, I didn't think that we could talk about these things, that it was just you talk about space with white people, and with other people you talk about sports or the rent, or just I didn't think that might be more because of my family, but just not getting into the abstract, and then just finding out in recent years that I could branch out that way, and just wearing a Star Trek shirt everywhere you go so people know they can start it too, and just also learning how to find a way to interact with the actors or even the lecturers without feeling intrusive, because we do have a code as Trekkies. But I'm not going to interrupt your meal, but if we're on the elevator, maybe a little bit, but then the captive audience thing. So I did say something to David and Eugene on this trip, so I feel really good. I'm not going to go ask a question at the Q&As yet, but just working on making it a little easier.
Most impactful moment for me, unfortunately, I only have to choose one, but it's just making connections with more people of color on the cruise. We are Star Trek fans, and I love the inclusion of Star Trek, and it's just amazing and refreshing to see so many people of color and being able to make those connections.
This year has been the best year yet, which is saying a lot because the other two were incredible. But at 3 years, and then also going to Trek cons and making connections through things like the mothership, like I have friends now. So it's not just about seeing the celebrities in the panels and doing the Star Trek stuff. It's just as much about being around all these wonderful people. So that's been the most impactful to me. I think just the whole vibe on the cruise is community and friendship and kindness, and it's just such a great atmosphere to spend a week in. Yeah.
Well, let's see. So there's so many moments that have happened this week, but I think what it really comes down to overall is community. I've been a lifelong fan, but I've only been in organized fandom now going on 24 years, and yeah, you develop this community, and I'll say it, this family. And once my wife and I started getting involved with this cruise last year, the family's just grown, and you get the time to get to know people or to connect with people and just go deeper.
The most impactful moment on this cruise has been more like a series of moments. Last cruise, I had met some people, I had gotten a sense of the community, shared interest, similar mindset. This cruise, I really got a chance to interact with everybody. Very early in the cruise, this pin, or this magnet badge, Delta, came out. And then I started seeing them everywhere. And I really started to be like, wow, that's really amazing. Everybody's sort of especially from a diversity standpoint, everybody was really kind of connecting that way. So the more I started seeing them, I ended up getting one. But everybody is there for each other. Everybody I've talked to has been super nice and super sweet and super kind. And I think that's a big difference between this and other cruises, where other cruises, everybody's just out for themselves and their kids, and they want to have a good time, be the first one at the show. This one, everybody is here doing the same thing, sharing in a love that we have. And from a diversity standpoint, in terms of the people, I mean, I've met so many people from so many different walks of life and people that identify differently, but we all feel the same on the inside, and I think really connecting on that level. And not even just the passengers, the cast too, the stars, the celebrities, also kind of reverberating that back to us really made me feel included and a part of something special.
As someone who has never seen any Star Trek episodes, who has not participated in the fandom properly, I think the most impactful part has been able to honestly dip my toes in, meet everyone. I've had such a wonderful experience just knowing that people are kind, they're welcoming, they want to share what they're interested in, and they're interested in learning more about you and, you know, what has taken you so long to come to Star Trek. So it's just really nice to just see all of the intention that's gone into this event, how everyone continues to come back, the community that you've been able to cultivate, and I'm glad to be part of the community now. So thanks for welcoming me.
Oh,
Wow.
yay. I love her.
Wow. Wow. I know that's crazy. That's amazing. That was a great ending to that
Yes.
sequence. That was perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's
That was
one of us
great.
now.
Good job, Yvette. Yay. Putting that together.
Oh,
That
you're
was
muted.
really cool.
You're muted. But
That's probably the way it should be.
I would have figured you would have muted me, not yourself. But
Oh man.
Oh man, yeah. I mean the whole cruise was just great, and it's always the other fans. It's always us. Like we make the community. The
Yeah.
community is what makes it so much fun. You know, I really did enjoy that. Everybody was right. This particular cruise was way more diverse than. I mean, I've only been on one other one, but it was way more diverse than that one was.
Yeah.
As far as like talent and fans.
Yeah, like before we go, I want to talk to that because 2 years ago, when Sabrina and I were on that first cruise that we did together, we talked about that. I'm sorry, me, Sabrina, and Fran, because Fran was the one who actually went to talk to ECP and let them know that, you know, we really need to have more Black talent on this cruise. You need to diversify it at least. And they came back to her and said, we didn't think Black people went on cruises. And I was like,
Lord help us.
They actually said that out of their
yeah,
mouths.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was one Black person. It was Sarah. That
Yeah,
was it.
he was the only one. And I was like, and we said it. We said if you bring more diverse talent, diverse people will come on the cruise. And guess what happened? But to their point, to their credit, they did it.
Yes.
Because we made a big fuss and we told people, make sure you put that in your survey. Excuse me. And they did it. And we had this wonderful cruise. I mean, this was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Because I love the diversity, and the diversity of the talent brought out the diversity of the crowd, and it was really, really good. So
Yeah.
I'm glad. So I really, I mean, they did say that, it did come out of their mouth, but they did something about it.
That's right.
So,
They did, which a lot of people don't.
Don't know. If you don't ask, you don't know.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep. So I just wanted to put that out there for, you know, to go out there and take a stance. Even if you did your survey, go back and write them if there's something else you missed, because they listen. They definitely listen. So that's why I keep going back, because they actually listen.
Yeah, and that's Jared. That's a valid point. I know that a lot of people who weren't psyched about those characters, but met the actresses in person and started to change their tunes a little bit. You know,
Really?
And,
Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I mean, they were great. I mean, they had so much fun.
Yeah.
They were having a good time.
Oh my
both
god.
of them. Yes.
Yeah, Michelle Hurd was having a blast.
Michelle
Oh my God.
was everywhere.
Her and Todd were everywhere.
Her, Todd, and
And
Eugene.
Eugene.
Yeah.
Last year, Tawny was everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This year,
Well,
like Eugene was
let's be fair. Tony was only there for 3 days.
right,
But
but she was
made her
everywhere in
made
those
her
3
presence
days.
known.
This is true. This is
Last
true.
year, like this year, she stuck. She's like, oh, okay, now I get it. I'm staying. I do the whole thing.
Right.
I think she was a little scared last year. She's like,
She was like, I'm not doing all those days.
Nico said something about it being different for her too, because she said the last time she was on a cruise, she was in and out. and she didn't get a chance to meet. She said, now it's a whole, she said, now I get it.
Yeah.
It's a whole different vibe.
Yeah.
You
And she
you
had
know.
her husband with her too,
Mhm.
who is amazing,
Yeah.
Kendrick Green.
He
Like
really is great.
he's so amazing, and he is fine, ladies, in person. The
I
two
didn't
of them
see
together,
him.
it's just too much beautiful,
It's too,
dazzling. Just like I don't even know what my eyes don't know what to do. You're too beautiful. Like stop. I know, right?
He really
But
was. He really
yeah.
was. Yeah.
But yeah, like so the a lot of the newer actors and actresses from Trek were all over that boat and really accessible.
Mhm.
Legacy, some of them,
Mm. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. I mean,
some
you
of them.
you had to catch them. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw JB right away. That was crazy that the first person we saw,
That
of
was the
course,
first one we saw.
we saw JB, of course. So I mean, but he's around a lot. He does walk around a lot. We saw him at the last person. He was the last person we saw too, right?
Mhm.
At the
Yeah,
Italian
yeah.
restaurant. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah, from the Italian
Yeah.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's still. I mean, like I mean, honestly, like the legacy actors have been doing this for how many years now? Like I
Denise was
get it. Like
around. Denise was
Denise
everywhere.
was around. Gates you
Mhm.
saw sometimes.
Yeah.
And Will was out every once in a while.
Every once
You
in a while.
know.
I think
Oh,
me and
like
Tamia were like,
by,
we were like playing auntie with him, and he didn't
Didn't
really
know
know
anything.
it.
No, he
Because
had no clue because his
we were like,
back was to us. But
we were telling people, move away, move
out by
away.
the pool, but the one day this man decides to come out by the pool and hang
Yeah.
out with him and his wife and just get some cool chill time,
Mhm.
right? And then this poor one guy kept coming up and it just slapped him on the like
On
had
the
his
back.
back all over the back. And we're like, stop touching
We're
him,
like,
stop
stop.
touching him. And of course, he lasted about 10 minutes after
Yeah,
that in
and he was gone.
conversation, and he was gone because he
Yeah.
was the one guy who wouldn't just he was reading a book. Everybody else was chill. Just let the man read his book. It's fine. The one guy had to come up and like,
Oh, wow.
okay. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
but yeah, so there was some like it's cool. Like, I mean, you just get to see different people, and you get to see them as human beings and not as
Yeah.
characters.
It's not like a convention where everyone goes back to their hotel room at the end, like you're all stuck
Right.
there. So like
Yeah.
you can only sit in that tiny creaky room for so long. Like you gotta
Right.
get out.
You got to get out. Yeah. And I mean,
And the only place to go is the rest of the boat. So
right. But
Right.
it was only one guy. Like the rest of the boat was like, we get it.
Right.
You're cool.
Yeah, there's always one.
There's always one.
Yeah.
Always one.
Well, guys, I don't know. Does anybody have any final words to wrap this up? Anything that we missed about the cruise? How about like who's planning on going next year?
Not us, sorry.
I'm like
not
looking
next
at you
year.
like, why is
Not
your
next
hand
year.
not
Why is
up?
your
not
hand
next
not
year.
up?
Not next year. I went to the last one and this one, and it's just a lot.
Yeah.
I think I got spoiled because my first one was last year when it went out of here, out of LA, and I'm
Right.
like, this is so easy. And then I had to fly to Florida. I was like, oh god.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so we'll probably do. But I know. But I'll probably do the year after. So I'm
Okay.
just gonna wait skip a year and just hang out.
Yeah.
Cool.
And also next year isn't like the crew is like it's a lot of Voyager people.
Yeah. It's mostly Voyager.
I
Yeah.
like Voyager, but it's not really my jam. So I'm interested to see who they're gonna pull in for the following year because then I'll probably get sucked in. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah.
Josh.
That's Josh.
I didn't know that was you, Josh.
I didn't know either.
So Josh is Josh Klein. He is the designer of our Sci-Fi Sister silver necklace. And I know that a lot of people have asked us about earrings and jewelry. So keep a lookout. Josh is our guy, and we're gonna try to get some product out that people can see with our logo on it. So look out for that. Josh is the man. He's the silversmith.
Josh is the man, and
He
Gina
is.
That
is
was
his
the
wife, and
touching
she's the
moment of
woman.
last
That's
year's
right.
cruise. We got those necklaces. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was a beautiful, beautiful gift.
Uh,
You're right, Jared.
Jared,
know,
you are
right? Like,
so right.
what the hell was
What
that?
the hell were they doing?
What the hell? They were not prepared for that either. Jeez.
Okay, so
nobody
next
was.
year,
That was so wrong.
year after next will be 60 years of Star Trek.
Yeah.
In 26.
Yep.
I'm going.
Hey, nephew.
Hey, nephew. Yay. What's up, Matt? We're going to get you on the
If they
cruise
leave
with
out
us,
of
Matt.
LA, I won't be on it. I'm not going to LA, and I don't like that LA stuff.
Yeah, I'm really worried that the 60th is going to be launching out of LA.
Look, I'm never going to say never.
No, I'll be there. I mean, I'm going. It's just I don't want it there. I'm going.
You can have the weekend that we didn't have because of COVID last time.
God willing, and the creek don't rise.
That's it. Amen.
Black
That's
ass
it.
on that boat.
Yeah, we need Matt on the cruise. Yes.
Y'all can all crash on my couch before. It'll be great.
We have Matt here, and
Oh,
he
that's
just
right.
dropped his show today. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, I think he did drop his show
Yeah.
today.
Matt, did
Yeah.
it drop today? You
I
better
think
put that
so.
in the chat.
You
Yep.
must be done.
Yes.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Okay, like just to be clear, 1701 A Blurred Story dropped today. Part
Yes.
3.
Yes.
Part Le Trois.
Le Trois.
Check it
Yay!
Very good.
Woo,
Very good.
that's
Very
exciting.
good.
Okay.
So before we go, Randy, what's going on with you in Lambda Quadrant, and where can people find you?
We are at Lambda Quadrant everywhere because she was consistent. So all of our things are that, which is great. I checked them all before we did it. So we're just at Lambda Quadrant everywhere. And I think the next thing we may have a mini appearance at Star Trek Long Island, but we're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna have a table or anything. But some of us will be there, and we will be obvious that it's us. But the next big thing is just going to be STLV, which we always do, and we'll have a table and everything there as usual. We may, fingers crossed, have a big surprise for STLV that I can't talk about yet. But we are working on something big, and barring that, we are always on the Roddenberry stage at STLV, so we will be there.
Perfect. And hopefully we'll be doing something together at STLV. And that too. Trek Long Island.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yes. Yeah.
yes. We got some plans. All right.
Matt's getting a lot of love in the chat.
I know.
Yes.
See, Matt, we love you, baby. You are loved. It's so excited. I can't wait. I'm gonna go, like you guys, I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna go watch 1701. A Blurred Story.
Oh yes, definitely.
Part
Definitely.
3.
That's it.
Oh,
All right.
Don't call me. I'm going to be busy.
Yep.
Well, you guys, thanks so much for joining us, and hanging out with us. And we love you. My brother J-Bone, I know you're out there. I love you too. Thank you for joining. I know you're not in the chat, but sister sends you love. And everybody, we love you. And that's it for us. Peace, love, and hair grease. Hopefully we'll see you on the next cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, before we go, sorry. I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. And I was like zoning out. Sorry. So we usually take a break in between, but next week we will be back live Tuesday with a great Expanse. We're going to bring you the Expanse, something really special from the Expanse. So tell all your, what are they, belters and all of that nonsense. That's
MPRN.
Sabrina and Tamia are just going to have a blast. So come join us next Tuesday live right here on the Sci-Fi Sister Network. Well, not Network, Inc. Sorry. Bye.
Bye.